It's the story you saw here on Follow the Money First. Our friend Mark Modica first broke the story that car dealers were selling the Chevy Volt as used and claiming thousands in tax credits for themselves. Now the LA Times is following the money and confirming the story. With us now from the National Legal and Policy Center is Mark Modica. Also joining us on the panel is attorney Joey Jackson. Mark, go ahead, boy. You are being vindicated by the LA Times, but thank you for breaking the story right here on Follow the Money. Tell us about it.
Thank you, and thanks for breaking it on your show. Yeah, we ran the story, and basically the story was that dealerships are buying the Volts, taking the tax credit, and then reselling them as used. So very simple story. And after it started getting a lot of buzz, there were some from some sites that automatically said that this was, one article said haters to the right. You know, they accused us of being right-wing, hating green automobiles and saying that this was not an issue. But then there's been more than one story that did vindicate us and show that this is actually happening, including comments from GM Chevy Volt spokesperson Rob Peterson.
What do they say? What does GM say? What does GM say? How do they respond to your accusation?
Well, they're basically saying that they can't control the dealerships and they can't speak for Treasury and the IRS with the tax form, but that this is happening. It's not very widespread is what they're happening, but you know,
hey, you want to know something?
You
want to know something? They don't know how widespread it is. How's that? They have no idea how widespread it is. It could be happening in every community across America. Mark, hang in there if you don't mind. Stay with me for a second. Joey, here's a situation where these dealers are trading titles. They're saying, take the car, give it back to me later. Here's a title. I'll take that $7,500 tax credit while you're at. Thank you very much. Not only that, they're inflating the Chevy Volt sales figures as well.
That's a problem. Look, Eric, in the law, we deal with facts, we deal with proof, we deal with evidence. And if, in fact, it turns out to be, as it seems it is, that this is going on, no type of fraud, waste, and abuse, this is what this show is all about. It should be uncovered. It should be out there. And to the extent that it was exposed, I give kudos to them. Let's call
it. But let me stay on you for 1 second. You guys want to get in, but here it is. Another Obama proposal, another plan. Give money to people without any strings attached, without any, hey, by the way, if we give you this, you have to prove you're using it the right way.
Here's my only problem with that, Eric. You know, there does need to be strings attached to things, but when you do that, then you talk about government regulating, big government. We have more people and analysts.
I didn't say regulation.
So I know.
I didn't say regulation. I simply said we're going to give you the money. You got to prove to us you're using it the right way.
But, Eric, if you do that, you have to oversee it. You have to analyze it. You have to look at it. That looks at big government, and that's the problem.
You know how many people are working on Barack Obama's payroll right now? There is a car czar. There is a Department of Commerce. There are so many people in Washington pushing paper around right now. You think they could designate one to watch our money? This happened with Cash for Clunkers. It happened with the stimulus. It happened with the housing.
Joey, when they say that the manufacturer, General Motors, has no control, that's nonsense. These are dealers. They're getting the cars. If they don't abide by the way it's supposed to be, they shouldn't give them any cars.
Hold on, Joey. Bo's very right. He's 100% right. I did this. I work with another dealership organization. If the dealer's violating the rules, if they're not doing business ethically, you can yank that dealership. Can you not, Mark?
Sure. You know, there's franchise agreements, and GM, I think, does have an obligation to oversee what their dealers are doing, particularly that GM's got a lot of taxpayer money already. I think they have a little obligation to look out for the taxpayer and say, let's not have any more taxpayer waste. A couple of simple fixes here. I mean, Treasury just has to fix that form up, for one thing. There's no identifier on there to put a VIN number to actually show that you've got the actual car that you say you do to take the credit. So let's get the form fixed, add the VIN number on there, and that's half your battle right there. The other part is there's some confusion as to whether these dealerships should actually be getting this credit, because the tax credit is not supposed to be for anyone who's reselling the vehicle.
Hello, the tax credit shouldn't go to dealers. It's supposed to be for consumers. Real quickly, Joe.
It should be, but is this Obama's fault? Look, there's kindness in the human spirit, and there's deceit, evilness, and fraud in the human spirit.
But it's the responsibility.
No, it's not.
Joe, it's the responsibility. We gave all that money to General Motors. It's the responsibility of the president and the president's people to make sure that the people get the discount, not the damn car dealerships.
We're going to say thank you very much to Mark Modica. Mark, if you uncover any more of these deals, let us know. We'll put you on. All right, unfaithful wives should be put to death. That's not a headline from the Middle East. That whopper was printed in a local newspaper right here in the United States. Is Sharia law finding its way to America? Follow the money. Be right back.